Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of HRD 631, The Adult Learner. In week number 3, we really get into, I think, some of the fundamental, very important aspects of why adults participate in adult education, why and how, and kind of what are some of the motivating factors behind it. Now, I think we already know some of these reasons, but we really get into the specifics of why and how. So, without further ado, we will get to week number 3, and week number 3 starts on January 29th, which is on Monday. Today is Saturday the 27th. It's still in the morning, so if you have not completed your discussion forums for week number 2, feel free to circle back before you get into week number 3. Now, I have a couple of comments on the discussion forums. I will have in the next few days comments on your week 2. If you do your week 3 early on in the week, your discussion forum, I'll have some comments on your particular discussion forums. I want to give you some feedback, and it could be all the way from keep it up, you're doing a great job, to boy, I wish you would include some additional resources. So a couple of things that I am seeing just in general statements. First of all, everybody's doing a really nice job with your original post. And as you know, I like your original post to be completed by the end of the day, Wednesday, if at all possible, and then commenting on 2 other people. What I'm most looking for is activity and truly discussing things with people in our class. Word count, 150 words, in that range. You don't need to go overboard. If I give you just say 1 or 2 or 3 prompts, you can clump them all together. And like I said, the most important thing is that you are participating. One thing that I'm always looking for, and I do have this question, what is the difference between like an exemplary post and just a post that barely meets the minimum? I think it has to do with how you actually discuss it, and did you provide references? Meaning, this is not meant to be a separate assignment once a week. It is just meant to, you don't need a cover page, you don't need to put the references unless you want to just put them at the bottom of your post. But I'm really interested in the connections that you're making to the material. So if you provide a quote, I do want to see where that quote came from. If you cite somebody else in the class, what they said, once again, that really should be cited somehow, informally or formally in your text. So that's the difference really between an exemplary post and one that barely meets the requirements. So with that said, I will have some comments to everybody by probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So that should help you moving forward with the discussion post. Okay, let's get right to week number 3, and I will be as brief as possible. There's 2 chapters I'd like everybody to read. That would be chapters 4 and 16. And chapter 4 really gets at who and why adults participate in adult learning and adult education. And like I said, probably some of this is fundamental and you know why they do, but there's a lot of information in there. So getting to the activities, first of all, read these 2 chapters. Chapter 16 is really a summary chapter. It gives you a preview of kind of what we will be discussing throughout the semester. Excellent rehash of the book, but it's also, I wanted to shoot everybody to the end of the book so you get a preview of what's coming up. We also have an electronic reserves article, what is college really like for adult students. Now, a word of warning on this. It is somewhat old, but it does, I've opted to keep it in this course because it really gives a good idea of truly what is it like to be an adult learner pursuing higher education or any kind of education in various settings. So please take a look at that. Watch this video about the democratic transformation in the United States. Really, what is happening? And once again, I think it's 3 years old, but please, it gives you an idea of some of the trends that are occurring in the country. And a couple of words of maybe wisdom, warning. You can watch it right here, or I have a link. I'll show you the link for it coming up. It seems like the quality of this has denigrated, or is that the word? Has been degraded for whatever reason. So you might want to watch it here on a smaller screen, but you can also watch it with the larger screen. So there's the link to it. Post, we have a discussion post, 3 parts, but you can focus on one if you want, and here are the posts. And then I say start focusing on the exploration project. So the materials, week 3 materials, these are just a very brief summary of the chapters, chapter 4, chapter 16, and then Brookfield's article. I will fast forward by using the keys. The learning objectives. Now these tie with the learning objectives that are in the syllabus. So if you haven't looked at those, please take a look at those. I review those on a weekly basis. I'll make reference to them throughout the course. But these are the goals: developing and formulating ideas about your own written learning autobiography. This is something that occurs later on in the course. Start articulating the question. And as I mentioned in the optional Zoom meeting, the question for your exploration project really drives your entire project. And we'll have more information on that. Gain a better understanding of who participates and who does not participate in adult education. And uncover the discussion and the reason for barriers adults participate or don't participate. Fast forward buttons here. These are the specific activities. Pretty concise form right there. Democratic. Now here's the case where you can watch the video here. You can follow the link and go to YouTube and watch it. But if you want to watch it here, just be aware that for whatever reason, the quality is not that great on this video. Here's the specific Brookfield article. And then last but not least is an advanced organizer for week number 4. For those that like getting ahead, they like getting ahead on the reading and or the discussion forums. So here's the reading. I think there may be another chapter in here that I might add to it, but for now, let's just keep it the learning process. Focus in on chapter 12, traditional learning theories. This is a good synopsis of kind of various learning theories that are fundamental in the roots of adult learning theories. But for anybody that's studied pedagogy, which is the art and science of teaching children, we focus in on the basic, the traditional learning theories, and then the discussion questions for week number 4. So that is it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and if you have any questions, you would like to Zoom with me, you'd like to discuss anything with me, please let me know. I'm here to help. And, once again, if you want to meet with me in person, we can do that. I think there's one person in this class that's reached out to me, and I have a lot of moving pieces for the next week, so I respond as soon as I kind of nail down the week so I can offer some options. So that's it. Have a great week and enjoy the gray weather today in Maine. Okay, bye everybody.